How's it going, everybody? If you're watching this for the very first time, I want to say thank you. Any previous content from today, I consider trash. I consider boo boo. Don't watch it. It's a different part of me. It's a different version of me that is not the person that you see today. Yes, obviously it's the same person, but I have grown. I have learned a hell of a lot more about myself than I was at that point in time. I was in a relationship that did not work, and that completely changed me. A relationship is easily one of the first things in any man, woman, person's life that will make them grow, expand, and become a completely different person. So, on that note, I want to say welcome to my new parts of the YouTube channel. Every video I put out here is going to be, new creation content. Hopefully, nowhere near like this. I'm going to be making full-on edited videos. It's going to be a while. Hopefully, next month, things will start rolling and the ball will really start taking place. So, on that fact, I'm actually just making this video for Dax. If you actually, get across this video, because I'm going to reach out to you as best you can, because you put a live video and you did a concert for us. You've done it, I think 2 days in a row, maybe 3 days in a row, and I appreciate that, man. I've never had a artist kick me in the ass to do something. You've also said, if you speak something into existence, it'll happen. Well, I am definitely going to make my dreams happen. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to chase them. And through this right here, this is probably a good start. And hopefully, I can be one of the lucky ones on one of your lives that I can become somebody that you help out get some, a little bit of momentum. I appreciate you, Dax, more than you know. I legit was trying to find my own content through someone else's YouTube to find me, and I made a typo and put Dax in, DAX, because I've been using Zach since I was a little freaking kid. It was cool because it pluralizes and possesses everything. It makes it mine. No matter how you say Zax, it sounds cool. Same thing with Dax. I mean, you used it with tax and all that stuff. So you're a rapper. You're awesome. But I've been following you, man, since before you were, had 1 million followers on YouTube. I think it's technically my second account on here, and my first account I didn't. Was when I originally followed you, and this one may have been like right at the 1 million mark because I made both accounts pretty simultaneously. And man, I just don't understand how people, like, when the Scarface gene started hitting and people started calling you out about rapping, and they were like, oh, well, he's just manipulating the mainstream and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, of course he did. Dax, you legit, in your music, I listened to it, tell us a lot how you were felt horrible that, the stuff you originally talked about was, from the heart and, real shit that people needed to hear and, actually deserved to hear. But it never got no movement, never had no clout, never had no, traction to, have a foot on, whatever, however you want to say that, you know, you legit told us that you were going to use every ounce of energy, every way, every option, everything. You tell us in your music time and time again, even before Screwface G. I'm talking like countless, back on like your SoundCloud days, back on like the songs that are only on Spotify and stuff like, or Spotify, whatever, old shit that, I was listening to. You told us from the beginning that you were just doing this to, become who you think you are. If you're the next Tupac, please own up to it. I think you can be. If you'll never be Tupac, but you could be today's Tupac because you are speaking real shit. You are showing and calling out this mainstream bullshit that we've been putting up with. You've said time and time again that you have used every manipulative way to become popular because people like trendy shit. People like mainstream stuff. People were like, oh, this is not real. He's making this stuff up. No, he's making who he is through what he says, and he's living it. He's doing it. I have never seen another fucking artist get on a live, free media outlet, because I don't even think you make that much money off fucking YouTube. There's no way. You have just as much followers as Ryan Upchurch, and you get more views because you're not a content creator, you're a rapper, and you do, your views are more consistent, but you can't be making much more money than him off that. And I respect that. I got to listen to Godzilla, and Dear God, and I Can't Breathe for free, man, live for watching you. That shit was crazy. That's what's inspiring me to. I've never made an IG. I've never made a Twitter. I think I have in the past, but I canceled them soon. I didn't like it, and I'm not making them for me. I'm making them for you because you asked us as fans to help you out. So if anyone sees this that's watching this for me, go to fucking YouTube, look up I Can't Breathe, watch it now, like, share, and, comment. Tell them that I sent you. Please do this. Now, on that note, Dax, what you've done is change the entire outlook on how I perceive people and they pursue their dreams. And then in the rap game in general, you literally make people mad because you're right. You can rap. You can do whatever you say and put your mind to. And I respect the shit out of that. In your music, time and time again, you keep telling us that you're just taking advantage of what's in front of you and you're going to say what makes, you happy. You're going to straight up say whatever gets you popular. That's what we're supposed to do. We find things in our life that is going to be meaningful. You're going to find things that it's going to make you popular. You're going to find things that makes you rich. Why people called you out in the first place? When the Scarface Gene stuff came out, he had one good diss track come back because he called you out and he was like, oh, you legit, you just talk about these things and this and that and the other. But everything he said, I can pick 3 or 4 songs that you said months, a year and a half that you already told on yourself. He's like, yeah, I'm educated. I wrote a bunch of poems and played basketball. Someone was like, hey, why don't you rap? And you tried it and it was successful. And you educatedly looked at it and go, well, if I just do these 3 things or how many ever things that you have got a list of things to do. And then if you meet that criteria, you become popular. You didn't just do it in a way to become popular. You excelled at it. And you do it better than others. That's what pisses people off. You do it better than the next man. People all were like, oh, well, he screwed over people and did this. No, the man says something and he expects it to be done. I am the same damn way. If I say, hey, I need $10,000 for you to be my, on a video to do a track. And if you come at me with some half-ass shit, I'm going to come at you with some half-ass shit. If I think you're worse than me, sorry, I'm gonna give you the talent that is equal to you to help you. And if, honestly, I can't tell you how many times you've mentioned something like, oh, I'm not going to give you a shout out because, it's not worth your time or mention because you're not on the same level. Upchurch has said that shit a lot. And I absolutely respect the shit out of Upchurch. I live in Eastern Tennessee, so I guess I'm a little biased because, it's kind of a local fan thing. I've even met the dude. But you both have this same mentality of you're going to speak what you mean, say what you mean, do what you mean, and you're not going to beat around the bush. Guys, if anyone else sees this and agrees with me, please, let's do this. Let's follow Dax. Let's try to get him as, much publicity, as much clout as we can. Let him get as famous as, humanly fucking possible. Because he deserves it. The man has told truth the entire time. He's not lied about his life, guys. He's not made up these things. And if he did make up something, it's because, how many times... Okay, for example, Lil Dicky's probably the biggest liar in all of rap right now. Because he learns how... He's legit a opposite. He utilizes what is sound, smart decisions in lyrical wordplay. He's fucking talented. I cannot take that from him. Period. Lil Dicky can fucking rap. But he also tells you that he does it because, he does those things and he makes up his persona how he wants. He gets to be someone else. You can look up the Snoop Dogg and Lil Dicky cartoon song. He explains it fairly well. In the rap game, you get to make up whoever the fuck you are. Dax isn't technically making up who he is. He's just, I think, becoming himself. And actually owning up to the fact that if he says this and he does this and he can factually back that up and succeed, who's to doubt him and tell him he's not doing this? If he doesn't have that girlfriend, he didn't have that back past, fuck. Who says he doesn't know enough about other people to speak in their behalf? Can you think of any other, music people in this whole world? Let's see. For example, Pink Floyd. They were like the word. They tried to speak for the people. You've got Quiet Riot. They absolutely spoke for the people. Who else? I mean, there's I could go on forever. Then you've got people that, sing to call out for help. I mean, nobody, I called it, you can get on my fucking, I don't know, my old Facebook got deleted and then whatever. But when Self-Care came out with Mac Miller, I absolutely cried during that video because he explained very explicitly the, what happens when you have an OD or you're too fucking high off of a fucking drug. And I called it. I was like, dude, this whole fucking video is him saying, hey, I've probably been saved once or twice and someone's found me half dead because of drugs. And I called it. I said, Mac Miller's going to overdose or he's going to die very soon. And I was very, very, very upset that he passed away. I was following Mac Miller during, the SoundCloud days back when, he was not even popular. And all he was doing was ghostwriting for people. Which a lot of people don't realize, he's probably one of the biggest ghostwriters to ever live. And I don't even mean lyrical, I mean beats too. Crazy. Same thing with Bruno Mars. A lot of people don't know Bruno Mars jump-started Justin Bieber and that dude that sing Crazy. I drive you crazy. Oh, yeah, that guy. He ghost wrote those songs. I mean, Justin Bieber, I think it was one song, and I think it was when he was a little kid. And somehow, I think it was the I Love You one. But yeah, Bruno Mars ghost wrote that. If I'm wrong, someone call me on that shit. If it's Justin Bieber that calls me out, I won't believe you because there's a lot of shit out there. There's been a lot of proof that, Bruno Mars is a ghostwriter and he's got a phenomenal fucking voice. It's a little much to say he's our modern day Michael Jackson, but I feel like if anybody is on that level of switch between lyrical music and entertainment, he's the only one that I think even meets that criteria. That's why I say Dax is the, today's Tupac. It's fucking, Sterling Jennings and Jelly Roll are today's Fat Joe. Not with fat, just popularity. It's a certain, I still believe, MGK, is to me one of the greatest rappers alive. Just for sheer, being able to put out wordplay and get a point across. Then I found out he's a great freaking artist. Not just in rap, but he can do any genre. Man, he's a modern day Kid Rock, okay? Because we all know Kid Rock did everything. He went from rap to rock to gospel. Especially when Little Man died. I can't remember his name. I grew up when Kid Rock was popular. And, the double flip bird, that was always a big thing. And I can't really remember. But once that person died, Kid Rock changed and, never the same. And Dax is definitely going to be one of those people that's going to change the music industry. And it's sad to see people not understand he is just doing what everybody else is doing, but he's doing it fucking better. So if you all do not follow him and you do not like and subscribe to his fucking channel, yeah, I'll cuss. I don't give a care. I don't care. This is not for kids. Dax Music is for kids if use certain songs, but some of it, no kids are really going to be able to relate to and understand because they're not mature enough. They won't get it. Yeah, there's a shitload of stuff that easily will be club bumpy and worthy for anybody to listen to. That's what you're supposed to do as an artist. You make entertaining shit. So I'm gonna try and cut this off as a 15-minute video, and I guarantee most people don't even get through the first 3 minutes. I personally probably won't get the first minute and a half. If you make it all the way through this video and you can tell me right here, right now, that here's my answer. My favorite number is 117. If you can't understand that fucking meaning, then don't worry about it. Tell me who that motherfucker's name is, and that'll prove to me that you watch this video all the way to the very end. And whenever there's a day and time when I'm able to be, I know I'm gonna be popular. I'm gonna fucking succeed. I'm going to make sure that I have a name for myself. If it takes me a year, it takes me 2 months, it takes me 7 years. Because hell, it took Russ fucking forever to get popular, and I love his music. And Dax, he did it in 3. Did it honestly? He's done it in less. It's just at this point in time, he legit is now really famous. Dear God isn't nowhere near his best song to me personally. Does it have the most meaning and it's probably going to be the most impactful song he makes in a while? Hell yeah. Like I live in the Bible Belt, and I had a Christian man listen to this song and go, besides the cussing, he's lost and he needs to be found, and at least he acknowledges he's a believer still, and he has questions, and everybody does. It's crazy to feel how somebody that absolutely despises alcohol, cussing, anything. This man is a very godly man. He's 74 years old. His name is Aaron Cross. He has his own radio station in my local area and all this crazy shit. But we definitely need to follow him. I know I need to cut this off. I'm rambling. Guys, tell me who this is, and if you can answer this in any time, I will remember this because I'm going to come back to this video. And then, because I'm legit, this is the last time I'm making this video. I probably won't be making many more videos. That's going to be like this back and forth talkie thing. Which means talkie is pretty much I've got shit written down that I remember so I can remember. Talk about Dax. I mean, there was so much more I wanted to say, but I would rather do it in a different way and keep my content coming and create while Dax creates. Guys, love, peace, chicken grease. Yeah, I stole that. 21. Great movie. But hey, I'm all about love. I'm all about, equal everything. So hopefully all of you will join me on this journey, which I just woke up 3-4 hours ago because, yeah, that's what happens when you have a headache. You eat a big freaking meal, take 2 Advil, lay down at 7 o'clock, and you sleep till I guess 5-ish now. I slept for freaking ever, but it was well needed. And now I'm up and at 'em and starting my day off right. Starting it off with helping my freaking new favorite rapper, new inspiration, I think, Dax.